Hi friends, Mrs. Hall here, and I'm very excited to teach you something brand new that I don't think you've had this year. But I have to tell you, it's not tricky, but I'm going to tell you a secret. I didn't learn about this word until I was in high school. I know. We are going to learn about something called alliteration. Let's break that down. See if you can say it with me slowly. A-lit-er-a-shun. Let's put it together. Alliteration. And alliteration is a really big word, but it's really easy to learn. Take a look. All alliteration means is when two or more words have the same beginning sound. So I have some examples up here of some pictures and words with some beginning sounds. So let's first start with the penguin. And in the picture there's a penguin and there's a pickle and there's a pizza. So it says, Pete the penguin likes pizza and pickles. And do you notice that one of those words, the letters start with a pink? Why do you think that is? Oh, it's all the P's that are in pink. So it follows the rule. Two or more words have the same beginning sound. Let's take a look at this picture. This has a picture of a cook, and there are some cupcakes in the picture, and it says, cooks cook cupcakes quickly. And I noticed something a little different about that one. There's a Q. Do you notice the Q is also in pink? Because can't C and Q sometimes sound the same? Let's take a look at this one down here. Slithery, slidery, scaly old snake. Can you hear that sound? What do they all start with? If you said S, you're right. I hear that S sound. Let's try this one in the middle. Does this have two or more words that have the same beginning sound? Picture, puzzle, piece. P, p. Yeah, P begins at the beginning. How about this one? Nibbling the noodles. What two words do you hear? Nibbling and noodles. You're right. And then we have one more over here as an example. Black, burned, buttered toast. Can you say that? Black, burned, butter, toast. And what letter is in pink? Yeah, the B. So it follows the rule. Two or more words have the same beginning sound. And writers do that to help make their writing interesting. Do you remember when you did the activator? You had some tongue twisters. And the reason why is because they started with the same letter. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. I almost couldn't do it. So I wrote out one of the tongue twisters because a lot of people don't see it. They only see the first part. She sells seashells on the seashore. And then it continues. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. For if she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Isn't that fun? There are a lot of tongue twisters out there. If you're interested, you could ask somebody to help you find some more. Well, I was thinking to myself, how do writers use alliteration when they're writing? Well, sometimes it's to get you interested. I found some books that begin with alliteration. I found this one. some, smug, slug. And what about this one? This one really got me interested in wanting to read it. Princess Prunella and the Purple Peanut. Sounds pretty interesting. Or how about this one? Many marvelous monsters. Do you hear that? And the last one I found, well, I found a lot of them, but these are the ones I'm sharing. Rude Ramsey and the Roaring Radishes. I didn't know radishes could roar, so it makes me interested to read it. Another time that you're going to see alliteration is to make the writing interesting. So I have a couple poems here that I want to share with you that have that alliteration. Joe desires dessert for dinner. Did you notice I put the D's in blue? Cakes, ice cream pie, he's not a picky guy. Joe just desired dessert for dinner. So this poet who wrote the poem also used some repetition. Desires dessert dinner, but they all start with that same letter, that same sound. And then I found a really lovely poem. And this poem helped me bring up images of the seashore. So if you think of going to the ocean and you close your eyes and you see all those nice things there, well, when I read this poem, it made me want to go to the ocean. It's called I Love the Seaside. I love the scratchy, salty sand. See those 3 words that begin with alliteration? I love the shiny, shimmering shells. Notice those 3 words begin with sh, the SH digraph. I love the creepy, cracky crabs. What blend do they begin with? Yeah, CR. They all begin with CR. I love the fiddly, floppy fish. I love the silly, starving seagulls. I love the seaside. So this really makes me want to go to the seaside. Well, let's review for just a second. Alliteration, when 2 or more words have the same beginning sound. Well, on the next slide, you are going to listen to one of my favorite poems, and it's really silly. It's called Bleezer's Ice Cream. And Bleezer has some interesting flavors of ice cream. I don't know if I'd want to eat some of them. But what I want you to do is when you're listening to it, I want you to see, can you find words in his flavors that use alliteration? And then I'll see you on the next slide for a project, okay? Have fun listening.